Building AI agent that can speak is now easier than ever.
Hi, what would you like to talk about today?
Today, I'm going to introduce the conversational AI with ElevenLabs. Build, test, and deploy all in one platform for the most natural way to communicate with technology.
Hey, can I check the status of my order?
Yes, of course. Let me check for you now.
Building AI agents used to be complex and demand huge resources, but not anymore, using the world's most initiative AI native workspace, Agentum. Yeah, you can simply tell Agentum what you need, and it matches the perfect AI agent immediately. The best part is pay per task. No monthly subscription, no waste. It's only pay for results. Now let's dive into this agent.
You can choose one of the templates that are available. Let's say we want to build a customer service agent for our business. So we'll just choose the business agent here, and then we'll want to make this a customer support agent. So let's just go ahead and call this our store assistant. We can optionally put in our website, your customer support assistant, helping customers find their orders and answer any questions they might have. Okay, let's just start here. We can always refine it later on. And now we can see a couple of configuration options that we have available here. So first of all, we can set the agent language, and we can also make our agent multilingual very, very easily. We can just come in here and find Spanish. We can enable that. Maybe also we want to enable Portuguese for our customers in Brazil. So what we can do now is we can also enable language detection for optimal switching between language. So in most use cases, you probably want that. So what you can see here is we created the first message for you that just says, "Hi there, I can help you track your order and answer any questions you might have." Here that these are all already translated it into our different languages. So you can see here that's translated already into Portuguese as well as Spanish. So now our agent is pretty much already ready to speak. For example, you can add in a personality. So your customer support assistant for retail, business-friendly, helpful, efficient. You assist customers in finding their orders. You can set the environment. You're assisting customers over the phone or on the website. Furthermore, you can encode the tone. The goal setting is also a good section to have. Another component, and we'll look at this in a later section, are dynamic variables. So if you, for example, have an application or a website, you can dynamically inject these variables into your application. Now, another core component to your agent is the large language model. So this acts as the brain for your agent. A key feature to the ElevenLabs Agents platform is that you can practically choose any LLD that you want. For now, we'll just get started with Gemini 2.0 Flash, which is one of the most cost-efficient options for the brain of your agent. The temperature and these additional settings we will kind of lack untouched for now. We'll dive into that later. The agent knowledge base and RAG we'll cover in a later section as well. Let's have a look at the tools. I mentioned earlier that we have a system tool available to detect the language. So as you can see earlier, we opted into the language detection tooling. So what that did is it enabled this detect language system tool, which we can also configure here if we want to. So we could, for example, add a prompt that we want to customize if we wanted to influence the language detection in a certain way. So really just within a couple of minutes, we can get started, and maybe we can just at this point, have a talk to our agent here. As I mentioned, the system prompt is crucial to defining the persona of your agent. We've put together this best practices prompting guide, which will walk you through the 6 different building blocks of the system prompt that can help you really nail down the persona of your agent and get it to behave in just the way you want it to. You can see here we've predefined Eric as the default voice, but you can go in and you can customize voices. You can pick them from the voice library. We can just choose Rachel here, and literally we just have to click save and our agent is updated. In the agent section, we can scroll down to the agent knowledge base. The easiest way to get started is to add a document URL where you can also insert text or add files that we want to be available. But the easiest way is we just pass in a URL. So for example, we have some information here about prompting best practices. So if we want our agent to know about this, we can simply put in the URL here. And at that end, so in the background, what will happen is that we will scrape the information from this website and we will make that available to the agent. So as you can see, this document will then be made available to the agent in its entirety. So what we can do as well is we can enable RAG, so we can break it down into embeddings and perform kind of the similarity search. Now, as I mentioned as well, this conversational voice design, it's also very important, so we can make that information available to our agent as well. And again, we can just add in the URL. So for example, if you wanted to add a new knowledge base document, you can create a knowledge base document, for example, from URL, from a text file. You can generate kind of rack indexes for it as well, and then you can attach these knowledge bases to your agent, so everything you see in the dashboard, that can be configured via the application. You can also configure it through the API. Why this agent? It is a total game changer for anyone who wants to scale their customer operations with a human touch without the overhead of a massive call center. First of all, this conversational agent is a perfect fit for a front desk receptionist role. By leveraging ElevenLabs, dental clinics can provide 24/7 support and seamless bookings, allowing the team to focus on in-person care without missing a single call. Second, ElevenLabs is ideally suited for customer support roles as it delivers consistent, empathetic responses in any language. It ensures every customer feels heard and valued, providing high-quality assistance that aligns perfectly with your brand's voice. Last but not least, this agent is the ultimate tool for WhatsApp business. Since it elevates the WhatsApp experience by transforming automated text into a personal vocal interaction, it enables business clients to receive immediate, lifelike audio responses, making your customer journey feel more premium and responsive.
If you like this AI agent, leave a comment below. We would be happy to offer you a free trial on Agentum.